So I should be live right now. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm live. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm live right now. Um, all right. So yeah, I should be live right now. No. Okay, and then can't you get a pop-out chat somehow? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pop-out chat. Here we go. All right. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the call. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Oh, that is not mine. Text speed. I'm a slow reader. Ooh, shoot. Why is that like that? Oh. I don't like that at all. There we go. Now the screen should be fixed. Big Mac, you there? There we go. So, dude. Alright, does everything look okay to you? Yeah. Alright, I guess we should start? Or do you think we should wait for John? Oh, sweet. Alright. Lower it down just a little bit. Nope, stop. Oh my god, it's messing up. Yeah, I gotta fix it. Alright, there we go. Alright. Enter your name. Oh, I can't put numbers. I'll just put my name. It's gonna be really hard looking at the chat. I'm gonna have to look at it every now and then, though. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Miles. Oops, sorry, my bad. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hee hee. Hee hee. Oh, I didn't even get to read that one. Oops, rip. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Oh, wait, can I... Okay, we're gonna go to full screen. And I'll just put up chat audio on my phone. That sounds like a plan. Why didn't I do that in the first place? Man. Sometimes I'm just dumb. Alright, here we go. Alright, I got chat pulled up. I need to turn on the audio and everything from my phone. Play. move these things really fast. Alright. That's better. Alright. Oh, rip. Return. Here we go. By the way, Miles, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Damn bad at reading. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clothes if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me that you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Oh great. School day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pick up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. So Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and I realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. If it's going to make you late to your own club, well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Nini. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Oh, jeez. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she's only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in the literature club is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of a airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for cupcakes, okay? Yes, let's go. Oh, jeez. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Miles, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in the situation. This club is full of incredible cute girls. Oh god. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says it quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet the both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? Oh, shit. Oh. Hey, Monica. Hey, Monica. You guys got the stuck in my head. Thanks. That's right. It's great seeing you again, Miles. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me generally feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Miles. We made a room for you at the table so that you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girl have a few desks arranged for a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been one space next to Monica, one space next to Sayori. Over the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet, still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Thank God. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay. Are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and reveals a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Fuck you! Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you. You know, you, dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismisses the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Okay, I really feel like I'm reading really bad, and you're seeing how dumb I am now. This is why I have an F in English, because I can't read. Like, I hate it. Alright. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Ah, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider a literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, but Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Oh, okay, so... my heart's already racing because I don't know, when it's gonna, pop up, start, messing with me. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader in the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I am surprised that there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes the school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, well, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by an idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Miles, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Then I'm not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Oh, shit. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world is equally impressive. Hang on, I need to go grab me a water. I'm just getting dehydrated because I feel like I'm just talking bad. Alright, I grabbed me a water, guys. See if I can't take a drink of it really fast. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems to be reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious, oh my god, obvious, by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Holy shit, I can't even get this bottle open. Ow. Alright. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physiological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something that I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri, for someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? But what? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on some poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just cute as you are. Saori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why do you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer, are you? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. That's truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. I didn't mean to hit that. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Rip. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Let's all go home and write a poem for our own. Our poem of our own. Then the next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our club. Isn't that right, Miles? Montague smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Saori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stay back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Miles. You all... I am defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make any clear-headed decision when it's like this? If writing a poem is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Zoe wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Oh, thank you. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Miles, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehe. Yeah. Can I really impress a class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Miles, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori, I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess it starts with the writing of a poem tonight. Alright, guys. Okay, so what? So what am I doing here exactly? Are you guys even there? Rip. Hi again, Miles. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone else was already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Miles. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Alright. One, bitch. If I don't want to join no motherfucking club, I ain't gonna join no motherfucking club. Let's get that straight. Right meow. Right meow. I gotta put up my phone here. Hey Monica, hey, hey, hey Monica. Hey Monica, hey, hey, hey Monica. Alright, we're gonna do that. Here we go. Sorry, I just organizing things on my desk really fast. And last year too. Oh. I don't know if you plan just to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in class. Find your stuck between saying manga and manga. Manga is literature. Swifty defeated Natsuki, plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Miles always gets his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Hehehe. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Miles can become good friends too? Sayori, as usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. And me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it's a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Sayori or Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy to know, no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out the book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? Man, I'm sick. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is on a chance to show everyone that literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature clubs sounds too dense and intellectual. Oh my goodness. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come to the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating, whatever. Huh? That's a good point. In this case, do you think food will do the trick? But what kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Haha, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes, it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we needed to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason why I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. What? I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over at my shoulder to see Monica at overhead. It's true though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Hee. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for your own self. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori. It's written all over you. Huh? Sayori glances at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair sticking all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow. It isn't even straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. But nobody would ever know. Oh my goodness, this game is a lot of reading. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about this because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori? Why do you even think that you have a boyfriend, or you haven't even gotten a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. I'll let you admire this. Nah, I don't even want to do that. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Doesn't this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs gotten bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like that's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Fine. It's a deal. Hee. Oh my god, I don't want 6.5 hours of read. Oh. Can I just skip to the bad part? Like, if I just hit skip, what would happen? What's history? Oh wait, you can look at all the history? Damn. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Nope, you miss a lot. Don't do that. Fine. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share the poems that we wrote now? Yay! Miles, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write your poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that's everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright, I'm gonna need your help. Question. Depending on who I pick, is it gonna affect anything in the future? Pick Yuri. Does that affect something? Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can't trust her opinion, to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into your words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that I might be after reading it, though. Ah, so it's that bad? Bruh, my phone. What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about? What the fuck? Oh. If I don't have my phone charged, then I can't read chat. There we go. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I've kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I can recognize in new writers is that they try to make their own style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end results in both of the style and expressions are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that are going into writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes from practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. I also hope that everyone in the club. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri minds dreamily as a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, I can't fucking... Alright. Ghost Under the Light. Alright, I'm just gonna need a little help here. What's this word? That my mouse is over. I just need a little help. I think I can read it, but... Do you know what that word is? That's what I thought. The tendrils of my hair illuminated beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one, the last remaining strength to have Lucio the toe. Well, I can't fucking read. Fuck this. I'm not reading this. I can't. I am so sorry how much terrible hand. Yeah, you do. I can't fucking read it. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Oh, I was. I can't fucking read it. Like, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think that your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to discuss, I suppose. Digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Miles. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that the poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiments into their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Stop! That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you can pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Oh, I have to go through all of them. Fuck. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Miles. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly had no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ha ha ha. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, oh my goodness. It's not just a poem, it's a Miles poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. I knew I should have fucking made my name Sexy Daddy. It's a Sexy Daddy poem. Knew I should have done it. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Hee hee. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Miles. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah? And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now, you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Hey, dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I took above the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Alright. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit? You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah, but next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Oh my god. I regret playing this game already. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need you to show you mine. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But it isn't the point of the poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things and can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did? I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to rumor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh, I really don't want to. Like, I just want to ignore this character. Like, completely. Hi, Miles. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Haha, don't worry, Miles. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of a barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. A harmonic poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You say Sayori, you and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. Rip me talking, holy shit. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it different ways, it turns out being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading it into it too much? Haha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can't tell that she's like exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find out what kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Haha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I'm always feel the way you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, the music changed instantly, like as soon as I pulled it up. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a flim left out of the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, I don't know what that means, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was not too deep. Stretched forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, and I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that's the kind of style that has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and lines. When performed out loud, it could be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, but because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make it any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if there's just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read it tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Miles did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't accept a change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Miles liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Miles appreciates my advice more than he appreciates your... Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. I hate both of you. John and Big Mac. Get that down on stream, calling you out. Hate you for this. How you know he didn't appreciate any of my advice anymore? Are you that full of yourself? No? If I was fooling myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do. Is everyone okay? Well, you know that it wasn't the one whose booze magically grew in size bigger as soon as Miles started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. It might be a good game, but oh my god, I can't read. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing here. Miles? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could go over herself and learn to appreciate the simple, writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the whole point of making your poems convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out and the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Miles. Well, wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Miles? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, Big Mac, help! There we go. Is it fixed? Yeah, it's fixed. Oh shit, I'm supposed to be reading. Did I pick Natsuki, but... Wait, who did I just pick? Did I just pick somebody by accident? No, I'm good? Okay, I'm good. Okay. Okay. So, Natsuki, you read that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand, Yuri. You're a really seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I am impressed. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when he said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point and defiantly because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without a warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki? She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit on the adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I act like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being threatened or treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. Goodness. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Miles, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of my club now. It's nothing. One more thing, that one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was lots of fun. Well, I'd say it's worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Miles, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was some neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with the newfound determination. Miles, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. Miles, it's nice that I can get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone that makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I put Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. I'm really tired, and I'm tired and I don't want to get into the fucked up part yet. But if you guys liked it, go ahead and give me a like, rating, subscribe. Make sure you comment on the videos. I'm going to go ahead and comment back to everyone who actually comments. This is a live stream, so I'll comment back to everyone who's reading the actual video part that's posted on the channel. But without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you later. Peace.